Hello, beautiful people. Psychic Debbie here. Hoping you're having a great morning, afternoon, or evening. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to be talking about predictions that came true from November 6th to November 16th. Yes, I missed a week. I've been too busy, surgery and all that stuff. So, and thank you for all the prayers that people have been sending me. I truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you for waiting for these predictions that came true. Some are good, some are bad. So I've got some good predictions or good things that are happening around the world at the end. But I'll tell you some of the predictions that, and there's more, there's probably a lot more. A lot of you beautiful people send me things through my email, photopsychicdebbie@gmail.com. I'm not doing readings. If you're wanting to get a reading from me, psychicdebbie.com. I'm booked out until April though, okay? And I'll just keep on going further. I'm sorry, I can't bring anybody closer up. Just keep on checking it to see if there's an opening, okay? Because some people do cancel and I don't have a list there because I'd have 100 people on that list. So thank you for understanding that. So if your birthday is in November, happy, happy birthday. My daughter's birthday is coming up November 22nd. She turns the big 4-0. So happy birthday to my daughter, Sophia. It was my grandson's birthday, November 14th, just like King Charles. So happy birthday to my grandson also. And a lot of Scorpios in our family. So thank you for connecting to that. And that's going into Sagittarius. So some people say it's November 22nd. Some people say it's November 23rd. My daughter was born pretty close to midnight on the 22nd. So I feel like she's, more Sagittarius than she is Scorpio. But the chart thing, the chart stuff that's going on. So, and also this new moon that's coming up pretty soon here is going to be in Scorpio. So there's a lot of truth. So remember to like, comment, and share and subscribe. My daughter said that she had to resubscribe 4 times in a row. Yes, they're still taking people off my thing. So look down, see if you're still subscribed, and if you still want to be subscribed, please collect on that. If not, oh well. I mean, I'm to the point of like whatever. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, it's pretty bad when my daughter's like, I have to subscribe to you again. It's 4 times in a row. So who knows what they're doing? Okay. If you'd like to donate to the page, because I'm going to start doing a big donation for the holidays, probably for the Children's Hospital and for the animals. If you're wanting some other kind of thing, maybe we'll talk about it. If you'd like to donate, please go to my website, psychicdebbie.com, and there's a donation page on there. And you can say it's for me, or if it's for the hospital, or if it's for the pets, whatever you want to do. So I appreciate that. I get more money that way than if you donate on YouTube. But if you donate on YouTube, fantastic. Or you can do donating to my P.O. box. A lot of people are sending that. I usually open them up on Thursdays when I do my healings. Usually almost every Thursday, I do a healing from an angel, a goddess, a spirit guide, whatever. And I open up the packages and then I read it to the people. And that's 5 p.m. Pacific time on Thursday nights. So if you're wanting to send a package, because like the squirrels, all this stuff that's on here was given to me as a gift. Okay, so I will display it. So if you're wanting to do that, P.O. Box 1961 C Street, make sure you got the P.O. Box, P.O. Box 5882, Oxnard, California 93031, under Psychic Debbie Griggs, okay? So remember, this month of November is about truth, secret, and things, and transfers. Oh my God, I can't even talk. Transformation. Oh my God, Debbie, got it. Transformation. Sorry, you guys. Buried sacrifices. There's going to be sacrifices. Things that have been buried are going to surface. This is for everybody. Lies are going to be exposed. Truths are going to be exposed. So that means it could be from politics. It could be from your family. It could be from work. It could be that we find this historical monument or whatever. Okay, so truths are going to be secret or going to be revealed. Okay. Transformation happens in front of you or even behind the curtain, kind of like the Wizard of Oz. Let's open the curtain, okay, see what's going on. So there could be massive storms, deep freeze. This is around the world. Heavy snows, fires like in Australia and Africa, waves like in Oregon and England or the UK, parts of Europe. Already one of my predictions that have come true, I was saying that the Netherlands was going to have a deep frost. It's going to be soon. It could be that the canals are frozen and that they finally get to ice skate on there. My dad and mom are from Holland or from the Netherlands, and they got pictures of them skating on the canals. They were like, yeah, when we were kids, they were frozen all the time. Not always now. But I heard that the Netherlands have already gotten a deep freeze and it's getting cold. So that's coming true too. So, okay. Earth shifting, a lot of earth shifting. So that doesn't mean it has to be an earthquake. It could be a shift. There could be a big crack on earth that's coming up. Holes, I could see holes being created, floods being created, major travel delays. Unfortunately, worldwide, there's going to be major travel delays. There's going to be things with the trains and all that stuff. But there's going to be good things too, because there's also going to be deep healing. There's going to be renewal energy, spiritual awakening is going to happen to a lot of people. Because when you see the truth, you have to be awake for it, right? If you're not in the truth of who you are, then you're not going to see the truth. And then you're not awakened. You got something closed up, okay? Because truth is, it's revealing yourself. It's exposing everything. And then if people are like, well, that's not your truth, that's their perception. That doesn't mean it is not your truth. Okay, that's just words from somebody else. So your big dreams could come true. Your intuition could get really, really big all of a sudden. You could get massive dreams that are coming. You are done hiding. A lot of people are done hiding. I'm going to say at least 80 to 85% of the people in the world are going to be done. Are they're like, we're done. I'm done hiding. Yeah. You're not going to overcompromise. And the people that you've been compromising for, the people you've been taking care of so much, the people that have been taking advantage of you, and you're finally going, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm done, and I'm not compromising. I'm not bending over for you anymore. You're not thinking of me. You've been taking advantage of me. Don't be surprised if that little, sweet demeanor little lady or, the sweet guy, the nice guy isn't the nice guy anymore, or the sweet gal is like, I'm done. And then you're like, what? And it's going to surprise a lot of people. It's going to surprise family. It's going to be work. So don't be surprised. This is not the month from now until like mid-December. It is not the time to push these people. Okay. If you're a bully, you might get bonked in the nose. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. So here's some predictions that have come true that I saw. I saw a world leader or governmental person being attacked, stepped down, or even assassination attempt. Someone sent it to me. I don't know if I have their name on here, but thank you for the emails. photopsychicdebbie@gmail.com. I'm not doing readings, but if you want to tell me news that are coming up, thank you for that. So someone said Mexico City Mayor Carlos Manzo, I hope I'm saying that right, was assassinated, which sparked protests and criticism of the government security status, okay? Which I also predicted was the protesting, to be careful at big events and things like that. So, and I'm still predicting that. Until that's going to be going in until probably at least February of next year. And then it might pop up again. So, okay, be careful with that. So, okay. So this is cruise news. It's pulled out. Okay, I predicted issues of sinking cruise ships or something with boats or kayaks or ships and that kind of thing. So 12 passengers were left floating in the middle of the Caribbean Sea after their excursion boat sank mid-term. And I think this is the picture of that. On a Carnival Horizon, a Dutch passenger dies after a massive wave sweeps visitors into the sea in the Canary Islands. Okay, so the one with the Caribbean one happened November 9th. The Dutch one, I'm not exactly sure. There were several European ports that are experiencing congestion, which I said that there was going to be delays, and there's still going to be more delays. Sorry, you guys. The port of Koper, I think Koper in Slovenia, very high waiting, delays due to rail construction. Again, another prediction of railway and all that stuff. The Spanish and Italian ports face disruption from recent storms, another prediction I mentioned, and also strong winds caused operational stoppage in Rotterdam, Netherlands. So I was talking about ports. I was talking about ships. If you're a person that's constantly listening to me, you know I have been talking about that. Boats, 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 tornadoes, 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 water, water, water this year. Next year, it's fire, 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 air, air, air. So that's what's going on. And again, I'm seeing some more tornadoes and all that stuff happening. So unfortunately, there was a lot of ports, and I'm still seeing some more ports being either destructed, or ships being destructed or being attacked, cargo being attacked. So careful in that kind of thing. If you're working in that, I'm surprised that we haven't heard, or maybe it's hidden, that because I kept on seeing like a cargo ship with the cargo, you know, those big cargo things, like people were in it, or there was either material that was in it, like ammunition or gunpowder or bombing things, or something that was illegal that was in there. I'm seeing some massive of that. They're going to try everything they can other than just going across the border to bring things in again. So sorry about that. Again, I said I predicted not only world leaders could step down, but big corporations, that news stations will not be the same. And I've been showing this so much. I feel like it's going to be sooner than 2030, but I feel like these Good Morning Americas, the Today shows, those kind of things, they're going to call it, maybe they call it the same thing, but they're going to say this is basically entertainment and not news. Okay, because I'm seeing people getting arrested or sued or because they're not giving you the information. They're not giving you the pure form of information. And so what do we have? Some of the people that do the TV Tonight shows and things like that, they're getting together, and that they're going to create news things where it's like, this is the truth. They're not for the right. They're not for the left. They're showing you the truth. This is what's the truth, and this is what the truth. It's that Walter Cronkite type again, where there is no their opinion in it. Okay, so it's going to kind of get back to the old news. So that's what I'm seeing. All right. Well, they'll have to say if it's true or just gossip. That was because there was two BBC News CEO Deborah Turnus and Director General Tim Davie both stepped down, saying they made a speech by Donald Trump was misleading. I don't know. Is it? Or is it that Donald Trump says it was misleading when really it's the truth? Again, we don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. So I feel like around the news things, until I feel like a lot of it's going to happen in 2026. Definitely, I feel like it's going to be more by 2028 that all this is going to be divided and sorted out. Okay, because right now I feel like the news is just like, and you take whatever you resonate with, your perception, and then you think it's the truth, and it's not. Okay, so saying they made a speech. I also said months before, but that last 2 weeks, that some of the Epstein files or information would be released. Well, 20,000 pages of documents or emails were released. Okay, and I was, and thank you for Andrea and Nicole for sending that to me, because I'm trying not to watch it, because like I said, it's what's true and what's not true. You know what I mean? I was showing there might be some bargaining going on. If you see some leaders or CEOs or well-known politicians or royal famous families, kind of like Prince Andrew's, disappearing, or all of a sudden they're gone. It's like that CEO gone, or that leader is gone. Might be attached to this. I'm just saying. There's bargaining going on right now. That I know for sure. That's my prediction. I can't, that's my prediction. I'm also seeing, JS sent me this. Also, Ukraine Justice and Energy Minister stepped down because of corruption threats. President Zelensky called them to step down, and so they have to step down too. So this is the kind of thing I'm seeing that's going down. A lot of people are going to stepping down. It's almost like we're washing things out, right? Getting the dirt out. It's like and it's kind of like panning for gold. So you keep on panning, and the weight of the truth or the weight of the lie is going to be revealed. Okay, so, and then we're taking away the sand, and that's what's happening now. And that's going to be happening for at least the next 2 years, if not 3 years. Okay. I also mentioned this. And I don't have that. Okay, so I also been mentioning, and I've been mentioning this for a while, that, and the followers that have been following me, thank you, thank you, thank you. So Sabine, I believe her name is, and Janet gave me this information. I've been talking about helicopters, military planes having crashing. Again, I'm still seeing some more. Maybe not as much, but I'm still, unfortunately, this year, 2025, maybe going a little bit into 2026, because it's the air. So there could be the plane crashes that way. But I think the air for 2026 is going to be more like bombs and missiles and stars and planets and UFOs and all that stuff. So, but there was a Vanderbilt Life Flight helicopter crash November 8th. So prayers to those people. In Turkish, C-130 crashed. Turkish military cargo plane crashed in Georgia on November 12th, killing 20 people on board. So prayers to those family too. And then the Philippines, I don't know if I talked about this one or not. The helicopter crash and 6 airmen died. And the spirit of my friend kept on showing me this. Okay, so about the military, because they were rescue helicopter pilots, so and passed away in one of those accidents. So whenever an accident's coming up, he comes in my dreams and goes, oh, there's going to be another one, Debbie. Forewarn them. So, okay, so let me see what this is. Dun, 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 dun. Let me see. Okay, I was also showing buildings, bridges, structures collapsing still for at least the month of November going into December. Then it can kind of cool off, and then I'm seeing it happening again. So Anne emailed me this. So thank you, Anne. And this is the China Bridge, the bridge in the clouds. Okay. So Anne told me about this. Thank you for emailing me that. Okay, so on Tuesday, November 12th, a bridge collapsed in China. The bridge was closed a day earlier because of a 4-inch crack. There was a 4-inch crack going across. Okay, so they were like, oh, this is not safe. The bridge was called the Bridge in the Clouds, like that. But it was, they believe it was caused by a landslide, which was another prediction I was saying. I'm saying that there was going to be landslides and that was going to destroy some buildings or bridges or whatever too. And I even said I saw a bridge in an Asian country that could be collapsing and that something hits it to make it collapse. So they're saying that it was the slide. All right. What I've also been predicting, which will be going on until May of 2026, that there could be, and then repeats again into 2027, avalanches. So again, also thanks to Shirley, the bridge collapsed November 16th. There was also another bridge that collapsed November 16th at the Congo copper mine, killing at least 32. So prayers to those family. So again, these collapse. And I was seeing also cave-ins, tubes, like the European underground tubes, railway. I want you guys to be careful with that also. Okay, so because here we go with another picture. Train accidents. I've been predicting that for a while, you guys. Okay, I also predicted train accidents. There has been so many, I can't count them all. Ugh. Unfortunately, I've seen or heard the one I saw in my mind. I haven't seen the one or I heard in my mind's eye yet. Also, train accidents because of snow, derailments, careful around the holidays. So, one was a cargo train in India killing 11 passengers. There was one in the Netherlands, train crashed, injured at least 4. There was one in Ethiopia, train crashed, a passenger jumped from the window, and I think this is the picture of it, jumped from the window. It's kind of like that movie with Harrison Ford, oh my God. And then he was a criminal. You guys know what I'm talking about. And he jumps out of the plane while it's crashing. So this guy jumped out of the window. Maybe you saw that movie or something. Trashed out. Unfortunately, 15 people died on that one. There was one in November 9th, an express train with passengers Sunday evening, 79 in the hospital, 15 dead. And Solvik Railways, a train went through a red light moving into the wrong sector. Thanks to Janet and Sobine for giving me that information. Okay. I also predicted that, so let me get off of this. I also predicted that in California we would have record-breaking rains or storms here. So we just had one happening here in the beautiful town that I live in, Oxnard, California. So it was record-breaking in just one day. One day. We had for here, you got to remember, this is California. This is not your beautiful state of like Seattle or England or those kind of countries that you're like, really, Debbie? An inch or whatever is a record breaking? Yes. So it was, it used to be almost 2 inches of rain, and that was in 1934, where they had massive, massive floods. And that's why they made the cemented river, because there was so much flooding, so many people died from that, it was destroyed so many acres, because a lot of LA is got a lot more water in it than they tell you. Okay, that I know for sure. So so they made the cement river, the LA river, and then it goes out to the ocean, right? So because of that storm, it was like last resort. We're done. We're going to try to prevent this. So the one day of rain that we had, we almost had 4 inches of rain, or here in Oxnard. So in the beautiful town I'm living in, and it's still raining. It's raining today. It might be raining tomorrow, and then it's going to clear up again. It rained so hard to the point that my husband took our car out and drove it around to get a car wash. So that's how hard it was raining, you guys. I think it's funny. We were both thinking the same thing, and I'm like, and he's like, I think I'm going to take the car out. And I was like, yeah, I thought the same thing, So the squirrels would be hiding in their little coves in this rain. Maybe, maybe not. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Here's some good news, though. Here's some really, really good news. Yes, we have had some earthquakes and things like that. The volcano in Hawaii is really spewing really high. It's just beautiful. I guess people go watch it at night and they're like, oh my God, it's just a show. It's just beautiful, beautiful. And creating a new earth, and it's not hurting anybody, then great. If it's hurting somebody, then I'll be like, but it's not. It's creating just a beautiful new earth and beautiful display. And I also feel like Iceland or could have some volcanic action or earthquakes, around there too. So, but anyways, good news. Here's some good news, you guys. So there's a new treatment in Australia for HIV. Australia developed a system to activate dormant HIV particles, making them visible so we can see them, so that we can destroy them, which leads to a new treatment. Okay, so it's kind of like, oh, there's the cancer, let's vibrationally get it out of there, and so that it destroys them and then goes away. So Australia, yay, Australia, you guys invented this new HIV things so that the particles can be seen so that we can destroy them. Okay, so that's in the making, and I think fantastic. And here's kind of like what I was talking about, secrets and things that are underground. Ancient discovery in 112-year-old, 1,200-year-old loaf of bread. It was found in Turkey. Now that's croutons, right? Major croutons. I mean, that's talking about ding, ding, ding. Thanks for the toast, honey, kind of thing. I mean, really? I mean, how crazy, right? Who knows what that was made of? I don't know. So another good news is Pacific Protection. A federal court reinstated protection for nearly 500 square miles of the Pacific waters. Yay! Causing industry, not the little farmer people, but industry fishing, like the big corporations that are kind of like digging up too big of a nets, and because it's we're not the fish are not, or the lobsters or the crabs or whatever you're fishing for, or the tuna can't rebirth itself if you take it away, right? So they are protecting 500,000 square miles. Yes, I'm so happy with that because I love the ocean. Okay, another good news is viral pantry. At a front yard, a food pantry by a man in Nevada went viral. He just did it in his front yard. He's like, I'm going to help the people because of the SNAP thing that was going on, because the people weren't. And so he went out and bought, some bread and peanut butter and jelly, and he just put it up in his front yard trying to help people, and then maybe asking people for donations. Well, it got so inspiring that they put it on the internet, like TikTok or Instagram and all that stuff. So people kept on donating, and the community, all of a sudden the community is supporting it and supporting him, because some people are like, it's against the law. Really, he's helping people. So I think that's such good news that everybody got together and created that. And then the last good news, this is really short and sweet. Like I said, there was a lot more things going on that I predicted that came true, but I just want this short and sweet, and maybe I'll mention it on the next week or whatever. But here's this, look at this cute little parrot. Okay, red-tailed Amazon parrot has nearly doubled this parrot from Brazil to 9,000 because of conservation efforts, improving from endangered to near threatened. So it's endangered. People were taking them and making them into pets, okay? They were illegally capturing them for pets trade and for their feathers. Okay, so because I mean, look at how beautiful they are. Look at how beautiful they are. And I don't know if these ones can talk or not. I don't know anything about the birds, but I think they're really cute. So the conservation project, particularly the installation of artificial nests, have provided critical nesting sites where they can be protected. A project on Kasha, I think, or Rasha, R-A-S-A, Island boosts population. Also, the establishment of I do not know how to say that national park. Supergui. I don't know how to say it, so I would probably butcher it, so that's why I'm going to spell it to you. National Park also provided a safe haven. So they're creating these nests. They're creating like an island space where you can't go there. People can't go there unless, you have the card to get in there or whatever. So they're trying to protect these cute little parrots. Isn't that cute? I love that. Such good news. So if you're hearing some of my predictions have come true, and if you want to tell me, again, photopsychicdebbie@gmail.com, or you can Facebook message me, or at Debbie Griggs, and then psychic, not Psychic Debbie Griggs or Photopsychic Debbie Griggs, because I don't read those messages as often. Or when you watch me on Tuesday, 5 p.m. Pacific time, when I'm doing the predictions, you can put it in the chat, which a lot of you beautiful people do too. And I love that. If you're wanting to find a beautiful community, that is a beautiful community. The people that are on the chat that watch me every Tuesday night on my prediction shows, I love them. I love them. Are they all perfect? No, but a lot of them are. I'm so grateful for this community and for you guys watching me and everything else. So if you, again, Tuesday is the prediction, Thursday is prayers, and then during the week I usually put these predictions that came true. So I want to give you blessings and smiles, and thank you for connecting. Short, just a little video just to say hi to Dee and hope you're doing really well. And I'll connect to you next time, okay? Remember, be in joy. Be in joy.